I can't believe this year. Well, the first couple months kind of dragged, but that was because there was a lot of rain and, had to deal with a couple wonky clients. But the rest of this year has just zoomed by. Holy moly. I can't believe it's summer, last day of school for my kids. Kids are graduating high school. Uh, Summer's here. It's been particularly cool, which is awesome. I kind of enjoy the 72 to 78 degrees versus the 90 to 130 degrees. But, once it gets out there, I'm trying to get some sun on my belly because, I look like an LED light. I'm so pasty and gross. But yeah, so June 1st. This weekend, there's a lot of stuff going on. We'll be talking about that. We're doing the 3 things you need to know. This weekend's events. We're talking about what happens when your lender pulls out. And beautiful day. I'm going to keep pushing that until October because we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I also have a video I want you to see and learn a little bit more about. And we'll talk about what you get for $1 million in Santa Clara County. I just talked to a guy at the gym and he's looking at buying a house. And I think this is a perfect opportunity for him to buy. Will the market crash? I don't know. We'll see. Let's get into it. All right, this weekend's events. I was just looking at it, and Los Gatos has Sounds of Summer Music at 1 o'clock at the Civic Center. That's deep south part of San Jose, or Los Gatos, right where they have the farmers market, same place where the post office is in California. Pizza Kitchen's right next door, across the way, a bunch of other things. Great place to do it. Great place to go hang out, go get some vitamin D, go meet people, network a little bit. Sunnyvale Art and Wine Festival is this weekend. That's like the first one I remember ever going to as a kid. So maybe I'll cruise over there for a little bit. And if you see me, say hi. Lots of stuff going on. San Jose Greek Festival. Oh, I might do that. I might do that tomorrow. Oh, cool. And then if you're into camping, I know lots of people like camp. I used to get paid to go camping when I was in the Marines, so it's not enjoyable to me. People like to camp, but there's a summer family camp out, Adobe Park. Wow, isn't that downtown? Look, there's 2 Sunnyvale Art and Wine Festivals. It's that important. Okay, let's talk about what happens when your lender pulls out. Now, yesterday we had Hector, one of my lenders, on. We had Hector on, and he talked about a story where the lender at a new housing development, they, at the last minute, in real estate terms, at the last minute, pulled out and said, no, something changed. We can't service your loan. We can't close on your loan. We can't deliver the money that you're required. And this is an internal lender to the development, to the developer, to the builder. There's an agreement, right? So now the buyers were freaking out, going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What do we do? And Hector comes in and saves the day. We're going to be seeing a whole lot more of that. We talked about this 4 months ago. Lenders are pulling out. They're tightening their guidelines. They're making it more difficult. And guess what? That's a very, very tall, long shadow of what happened in 2008, 2009, 2010. If you recall, I was deep in it. Lenders just stopped lending. They stopped putting mortgages on houses because they were throwing loans so fast and furious that we don't know what the problem is right now other than fear. But then they were selling toxic loans. They shouldn't have been doing those option arms. They shouldn't have been doing 3-4 houses to somebody that makes 40 grand a year, right? They shouldn't have been selling that kind of stuff. They were, and they didn't care. They were just pushing things in. And all of a sudden, we got to dot every I and cross every T and make sure everything's right. And all of a sudden the process went from closing in 5 to 7 days to 45 to 60 days. And they didn't know. There's no promising. And the banks just, again, the banks are our friends when times are good. And when times are bad, banks are not our friends. They're there to keep making money. And that's what they're doing. And we're going to continue to see banks fail. We're going to see what happens. It's another reason why you don't go directly to a bank, and don't go to those online guys. They they don't know the market. They don't understand our needs. They don't understand our requirements. And 9 times out of 10 that I've gone with those banks, whether it's I'm representing the buyer or the seller, the people disappear or they don't perform on time. And technically, they're not part of the contract. I understand that. And we're kind of like very sullen bedfellows when it comes to doing real estate. We have a contract, and the contract is prepared by the buyer's agent for the buyer and the seller to agree on. And then we negotiate that. Nowhere in the contract does it say who the bank is or who is required to perform on the bank's side, which I don't really care for. But at the same time, it's why we want to make sure that you're approved before we go show houses. Just because if you're not approved based on that, we just make sure we don't want to spend your time. We don't want to spend our time investing in it unless you're serious about going to look at houses, because that's what open houses are for. Anyway, what happens when your lender pulls out? Well, call us. We have people that can throw loans together pretty quick, and they can perform. And Hector can do it in a heartbeat, right? I've had him do a loan approval in less than 24 hours on an FHA, and we closed less than the time that we promised on the seller side. And it's just because I know how to make things work. Not every agent knows how to do that, right? They don't know how to keep the rails flowing and lubed up and going smoothly. Hiccups happen. I've been doing this long enough where I see a hiccup happening before it happens. I know how to handle it, and I communicate that. I don't disappear. And you don't have to use me, but you do want to find people that are responsible, responsive, and competent. So there you go. Beautiful Day. Beautiful Day is part of an organization that goes out to the community and upgrades and repairs and beautifies different parts of San Jose or, the Bay Area. And this year, I remember talking about a couple of weeks ago, I was kind of quandering between going to Latimer Elementary or Emma Prush Farm, where I could be a lead and I can be in charge of like 250 people. And right now, my life is pretty busy. And as much as I wanted to do that and try to help more people and try to be a bigger part of the community, I felt that I would be better served and served better being a sub lead at Latimer Elementary. And yesterday we did our first pre-huddle, and I'm taking over landscaping, repair, and I'm doing a couple planter boxes. And you don't have to have skills. I tell you, you don't have to have skills. I just need labor. I need people that want to get some fresh air, some vitamin D, and meet people. And that's really what it's all about. Getting together, communing together, making San Jose more beautiful. And that's what Beautiful Day is really all about. Yes, there's a God component and a religion component about it, but I focus mostly on the community because that's where I get my strength. I get my strength from helping other people, right? Like at the end of this year, we're going to buy, I think, 22 houses or 22 bikes, and we'll be meeting together and putting it together. This community, that's what it's all about, making our life better here in Santa Clara County, in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley living isn't just about selling houses, right? Okay, the video, that was the 3 things. So the video I want to show you is, I'm not going to show you the whole thing because I don't want to bore you. Lord knows you don't want to watch. Is that it? No, it's this one right here. And it just talks about, should you buy air conditioning? You should, because you live in your house for 40 years and you don't need air conditioning. Have you? Those are the newfangled. They've been around for 30 years. But those are individual room air conditioners. They're a little bit more efficient when it comes down to individual cooling, individual room cooling. But at the end of the day, that's a better thing. What I wanted to point out, though, is, let me get over here, is if you're thinking about selling or about air conditioning and you're like, it's like $10,000, holy cow, that's a lot of money. Let me do a survey around your house. And what it is, I'll just take a survey from for your zip code of the kind of house that you have, and I'll separate it out of all the houses that have sold in the last year. Separate it out with houses with air conditioning and houses without. And then you just create that average and you'll see why you want to do it. The ROI on air conditioning is probably it's even far better than having an upgraded kitchen. I can show you that all day long. Okay, let's get to this. What you get for $1 million? Avenida Rotella. Now, okay. This one's been on market for 19 days, right? And granted, here's the problem with this one right here. List price originally was 1.3. Now it's down to $1 million. The reason why they listed at 1.3 is because that's the average of homes that are sell in that area for that particular square footage. Simply said, right? That's how we do comps. What they did not take into account is this right here. It's not just Monterey Highway, which is a road. It's not the freeway, but right here is a train. It's the railroad tracks. And that takes away from value. I don't care how you look at it. And oh, by the way, when you look at it, what's over here? It's right over the flight path. So this house, and I'm not saying anything bad about Avenida Rotella or the Los Paseos area. It's an awesome area. They have a great community pool. They have a great community. They do lots of fun things there. It's a great area to live, but you're closer to the train tracks. You're closer to the air traffic, right? So just keep that in mind. But you get a house for $1 million, and you know what? It's a pretty house. It's nicely maintained. It's older. It's probably 60 years old, right? Looks like they just flipped it. Let's take a look and see the history real quick. I can't see the history. Okay, let's see what else is out there. That was $989 Riverview. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. That's Valley Christian. I used to live, where did I used to live? Right here. Is it here? No, it was, right here. This is where I lived, right here in this little cluster right here. That was my house. That was my first house I ever bought. This is a nice area. It's right next to the Valley Christian High School. There's Sergio District 2 is going to take this whole area right here and make it green. I know he's working on that right now. And that's Independence High School right here. And Oak Grove High School is right here, right? So it's a nice area. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, built in 1964. It's 60 years old, and it's in pretty decent condition. Look at this. Metal roof, carpet. The kitchen was updated back in the 80s or 90s, right, with that oak trim wood. It looks nice. That paneling has to go. Okay, so that shiplap right there, that's paneling. I don't care how you look at it. I send out memes like that all the time. Shiplap is basically paneling just put on its side. That's all it is. I mean, that looks like it's just MDF board, but what do I know? All right, so, hi puppy. That is a big seller right there. Nice filthy windows. Okay, so this goes, let's see how long this thing's been on market. 6 days. It'll probably sell because of the price. But we'll take a look at it in a couple of weeks and see where we are with this, right? There's one more I want to show you. I haven't actually looked at it. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so one negative, it's by the freeway. It's a little loud, right? 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, built in 1976. So it's 47 years old, but you're right by 87, right? You're far enough away where you probably won't hear it, but you're also on a cul-de-sac, so you won't get a lot of traffic. You will get air noise. You'll get freeway noise. That's that's going to be a problem. And it's $975 on market, 6 days. Let's take a look. Looks like, yep, completely upgraded. Brand new everything, including a spotless green pool. Okay, look, I get it. When you have a house, you need to have it fixed up and looking good, or else it's going to sit on market. I mean, you might find something here where somebody's going to buy it. Let's take a look at the little cottages. No, I don't want that one. That one looks dumb. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. All photos. Okay, first of all, the front of the house should be the first picture. Second, you're right next to the freeway. Okay, you've updated it, new flooring. You need to work on the front, the curb appeal. Spend some time working on curb appeal, people, right? But this is what you're going to get for $1 million in San Jose. This one's been turned. I don't know if it's flipped or not, but there you go. Okay. Now, last thing we're going to talk about. You can get houses for sale under $1 million, right? You can. I wouldn't spend a lot of time on those houses until they've been on market 20, 30, 40 days. Then you know that there's people have already gone through it. Like we talked yesterday, real estate's like Little League soccer. People tend to want to be, when they see the ball kicked over here, there's a new listing. Everybody goes over to the new listing and they decide if they want to buy it or not. And the ball goes over here and blah, blah, blah. Same thing. So that's it. I wouldn't even play that game. I would look at houses that are on market over 30 days and buy the house there. That's the way I go at it. Now, I did update these. I want you to take a quick look at these. What you're going to see is a whole lot more black. And that means houses are staying on market longer. There's more inventory in those areas that we're looking at. And why is that important? Because I think the selling season is over. I think we had March, April, May, and for the most part across the United States, everybody's kind of done. Now we're in vacation mode. School's out. We're going to go to Disneyland or to Hawaii or to wherever, right? You're going to go see your mom and dad in Oxville or wherever. And people go on vacation. And that's why the market is going to slow over the next couple months. Don't think it's an indicator, right? Do not think that's part of the indicator. We know that this is going to happen. Sorry, I didn't show you these numbers. There you go. See, most of these ones in this column right here are black, right? Phoenix, Las Vegas, Chicago, everybody's going back, or they're taking it off market because they know that they've had their house on the market too long. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope this was fun. I hope you see us at Wine Festival or Los Gatos or wherever. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there.